Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Hope you've been having a fantastic day. I wanted to go through some highlights from the Fever Mercury game last night, kind of just give you my thoughts on it and what I see in terms of the evolution of the offense of this team from where they were earlier in the season and what is different. What are we seeing that is different from this team that gives you hope hope going forward as they play tougher teams because again, this was their first win against a team with a winning record. That is a huge thing. So I'm going to full screen this for you. I'm just going to take you through this one clip because it's got a number of highlights. So I know there's some other stuff and things I wanted to talk about as well that I'll do in another video. So this also doesn't get way too long, but let's see what we've got. There she is driving to the basket, which is good. You saw just enough of using Boston. Now, that was one where that is up to Caitlin to use Boston to get free. It's not really a screen that's set to go a specific place. It's here I am, I'm in the way, do what you want to do to create some space on the drive. And we're starting to see Caitlin do this more and more. If you may have noticed, when she gets that player to the side of her a little bit, she kind of has that hesitation, starts to step back. And even if it's not the quickest thing in the world and she's not trying to be, it does enough because with her ability to shoot the three and to shoot a step back three, players guarding her have to respect that. And they have to realize that hopefully they're getting help at the basket. Absolutely love that for a couple of reasons. One, again, you're saying, I believe, I'm just scrolling back because I want to see, and I'll let it run through again. This was after a made basket, yes? Right? I just saw or is this after a rebound? It might have been after a rebound. I think that was a made basket, but I'm not sure because of the clip. But boom, here's what I liked about that. Kelsey Mitchell got up court. Caitlin Clark, as always, gets her head up, throws a great pass up court. You can see the Mercury getting tired. Even there where I paused it, you've got Grinders kind of that head's kind of going down because it's like, whoa, wait a minute. That just made it, I think 45, right? I don't think that changed yet. But anyway, but also here's a really big thing. For those of you that ever played, if you are in that situation like Mitchell was on the right and you're a left-handed shooter, that is an absolutely perfect pass because you can catch that, easily pivot toward the basket, square up and shoot. If that thing's out in front of you and you're reaching out with your right hand and then gathering that in, it just doesn't feel as comfortable. It doesn't feel as smooth, speaking as a left-hander, but I'm sure right-handers will tell you the same thing on the other side. But there again, that is something they were not getting early in the season. Man, you're in trouble when Clark gets the rebound. Now look, okay, we've got false sense of security, right? And killer, absolute killer. So you just had, it was 53-42. Boom, one pass down the court, Mitchell right away, three-pointer, 52, 53 45. Did that make it 45 or 48? I'm getting lost on the points. But it was 6 quick points because both times they took about 5 seconds off the shot clock. But also what you saw there is Caitlin looks up, doesn't see anything right away, so she slows it a little bit. You get the defense to relax a little bit. Now they're dropping off into what they think is their normal defense. You get Boston up top to just be in the way a little bit, and then you add in that element when she. I mean, I think that was that Cloud Gardner that time. I think so, but she ran and she ran hard. She ran hard under that screen. She ran hard under Boston. Unfortunately, you have the added element of the Caitlin Clark range. No other players in the league aren't taking that shot from there, but she is. So, right, what do? If you tried to go over top, Caitlin Clark was just going to go around you, and then that causes a whole bunch of other problems. So that is different too. Again, we weren't seeing that early in the season. And she wanted the foul. Boom, after a made basket, and we're gonna run, and you're tired, and look at that. Boom. Easy bucket, great cut. Again, we weren't seeing that early. And there's one thing I wanted to show you. If you watch this, again, Caitlin Clark effect, because you've got Taurasi up top, she's got Wallace, right? But one, they're getting tired. Phoenix is getting tired. And so Taurasi's slow to react to Wallace's cut. But on top of that, with where Caitlin has the ball, Taurasi's worried about her and worried about helping because you don't want to give up that three if she just stops and pops. So look at Taurasi. I mean, she's got no chance of guarding that cut. None at all. Good rebound, get it in Clark's hands. We're getting up, quick pass, great run of the court by Boston. Absolutely fantastic. In that instance, we had a number of things. One, what you're seeing a lot more too, and we've talked about this, it's been or it feels so much is going on with this team this year. Maybe it just feels longer than it is, but it sure feels like it's been a while since we've seen the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands to where she's standing in the corner. Right? If you notice, we're getting rebounds and the ball's going to Clark right away, and we're pushing. We're pushing up the court, and we may slow it down a bit, but we are pushing and we're forcing the defense to react and we're forcing the defense to make decisions. And then look how deep Boston got on that. Even though Caitlin was pushing it off the rebound, as soon as Melissa Smith grabs that rebound, they're moving. And Boston gets up, she gets into the lane, great catch, great finish, easy bucket. That type of bucket's not happening earlier in the season. Kelsey Mitchell pushing it. Well, when she is hot, she looks good. She really does. Great form, great shot. Now, here's a couple things on that. Again, you could tell Phoenix is getting tired. They're kind of back, but they all congregated around Mitchell, about four of them. Here are a couple of huge things on that, or like the biggest thing. First of all, Kelsey Mitchell. Now, I believe she had just made a three before this. Remember, this is in that third quarter. She had that. She was hot, and she hit I think three threes very quickly. And I think she had just hit one. She's pushing the pace. But when she sees that defense and she's got four players back, normally I think Kelsey tries to make something happen there. One thing she doesn't do is give that ball up to Caitlin Clark, and she gave it up to Caitlin Clark in a spot where Caitlin will normally, I mean, I shouldn't say normally, but that's where she can and will shoot more often than not. So I just want to get back to this because see if we can pick this up again. So we've got Kelsey Mitchell, right? She's like, okay, I won't take it right there. That is not, and that's a catch and shoot for Caitlin Clark, and that is not a ball Mitchell passes earlier in the season. And the fact that Caitlin Clark didn't take this shot and gets it back to a wide open Mitchell because they all had to collapse on Clark, I think if they realize what just happened, I think that's a huge going forward for this team. That Kelsey Mitchell was willing to give this ball up and then she gets rewarded, right? They all three players to Clark and Mitchell's wide open, easy three. Easy three because she gave the ball up to Caitlin Clark. Right? Boston just creating, and then we got Kelsey Mitchell coming on, and boom, Caitlin. They're allowing her to make plays. The defense has to collapse. I want to pause for a second because I want to, and then Melissa Smith wide open for a three, and it's not in this clip because I ran through it once, but Aaliyah Boston made a three from that same spot again off an assist from Clark as well. So now you watch this, Caitlin Clark, because of the attention they have to give her, and I think this is the final one. And let me see. So let's back up to where this starts. Let me see where we're started. Okay. Now look at where you have the numbers. You can't do this, right? Because Caitlin Clark's getting more comfortable with the ball and her teammates are getting more comfortable with where to be and the proper spacing. You throw two players on this. You get someone, and this and I did a video actually just on Fagbenle. I don't know if it's up yet because I haven't put it up as I'm recording this one. Look at Fagbenle in the paint. She's established herself right at the top, or at the free throw line. She's established herself. She's got Taurasi blocked off. She's got her arm up. Kelsey Mitchell is spreading here down in the left of your screen. That girl can't leave Kelsey Mitchell there. Kelsey Mitchell's already hit 3 threes this quarter. Melissa Smith is out in the other corner. She's already hit a three. Griner's not leaving her completely, not to the point where she's coming up to Fagbenle. Taurasi's got to worry about Wallace because she's struggling a little bit with her three, but she is a 3-point shooter. She will take that. But she's also got to worry about Fagbenle because two players on Caitlin. So the way Fagbenle shows, the way you've got this court spread with Clark's vision and passing ability, here we go. Boom, flashes. Now Griner comes, but it doesn't matter. And that's a great finish. Great finish by Temi. That was awesome. So because look, here's the thing. You get Griner moving like that, not quick. Again, I said that in the video. I've said this in other ones. Fagbenle has such an advantage with the way she plays. She looks like she plays at a different speed than other players of her height and her build out there. She's much quicker. She's more explosive. She plays more like a guard. So I just wanted to run you through that. Hopefully you enjoyed it, got something out of it, just kind of show you what I think is a little different with this offense, what they're doing better, things that I'm saying that are give hope for improvement going forward, the running of the court, the spacing, the getting the ball in Caitlin Clark's hands. The idea, because this is important too, and I've talked about the bad screens and this and that, and usually the bad screens are they're late or they just never get set. Okay, and now you've got a lot of times you see with Boston up top, they're not. I mean, I guess technically some people would call them screens semantics. I wouldn't necessarily. It's more you get another player and usually a bigger player just kind of getting in the way, and then it's up to the person with the ball to sort of work off that to get themselves free and decide which way they want to go and what they want to do with the ball. And it's effective, especially when you combine Caitlin Clark's passing with her range. It makes it very difficult for the player guarding her to know how to handle that because a lot of times then you get another player to step up. But when you're doing it in that way, now you've got passes to a Fagbenle or a Boston at the free throw line where they can drive because they're behind those players as opposed to when you're working it from the side and then you've got someone else that comes up. But anyway, I'll be rattling on without even giving you video here and be like, what is he talking about? I'm going to leave it there. If you're enjoying these, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely huge. I really do appreciate everyone that's watching, commenting, liking. It's awesome. I'm enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying it a little bit too. And I will talk to you later.